just got back from the gym this morning. It's actually been a long time since I went to the gym, but it's been productive. You know, whenever I start my day with the gym, I feel more energetic and more ready for the chat and just very vibrant. So I'm just gonna grab coffee and head home now. Today I'm gonna take you through what I actually plan on doing with this channel. I know I gave you the intro earlier, but when it comes to chat work, it's going to be something very different, because even though my husband, everybody knows, is a pro trader, I'm not a pro trader yet. So I'm going to be taking you through my learning process, my learning journey. I'm just going to take different topics, different concepts, any course at all that I just land upon. I'm going to study it and take you through the whole studying process with you. I'm going to share everything that I learned with you guys, and hopefully able to learn as well. So I'll see you when I get home. This evening, I'm making banku with okra stew. That's like one of our favorite food in the house, my favorite and one of my husband's favorite meal. And it's one of those foods that is just like very easy for me to make, even though the banku is quite stressful because I have to like drive it, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to start making my stew now.
What are you doing?
Banku.
What's the English name for banku?
Thank you.
Telling your people you're doing banku, and I'm asking myself, like, do they even know what banku is?
So it's like it's a swallow. Nigerians will call it swallow. South Africans call it, is it pap or something? No, it's not pap.
What if I'm from Singapore?
Do I also know their food? It's made from corn dough and cassava dough, and you just like mash it together on heat. Then it gets thicker and thicker.
Get something like this.
Yeah, it tastes good when cooked.
You're literally eating starch.
I want it to cook by itself. You know, this life, you have to work smart, not hard. So I've put water in it, right? And I'm gonna cover it, and it's gonna just boil and cook, so that it'll be easy for me to just like stir it for a short while. Then the food is ready. The okra stew is ready to be eaten. Are you ready to eat? Food is ready. 2 bowls of banku in a pot of okra.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Once you have been able to determine that we have a long continuous movement in the market, which can be denoted as point A to point B, right? The moment you see the market moving in the opposite direction, at least 25% in the opposite direction, then that is a basis for you to start anticipating that this market is making a pullback into the opposite direction, right? At least. Now, if I see anything less than 25%, I don't start putting my mind on the fact that this market is approaching a key Fibonacci number, right? So this is just a first concept for you to understand how I put on my Fibonacci. Now, let's go into the very details of the specific Fibonacci numbers that I use. I explained to you that I subscribe to key Fibonacci percentages, and every trader in the market, depending on their belief system, their backtesting system, or the system in which they believe in with respect to their trading style, have specific Fibonacci ratios that they believe in, right? So let's head straight into the specific Fibonacci numbers that I believe in. Now, the Fibonacci numbers that I believe in is the 50% retracement, the 61.8%, and the 78.6 retracement values. So what this means is that once we have had a swing point from point A to point B, and then the market is pulling back into the opposite direction, I cannot suspect this market to respect each one of this. It could be any one of them, but it should fall in between the 50, 61.8 and the 78.6 bracket before a continuation in the opposite direction. But before I start putting my Fibonacci on the chart, I've told you guys that I want to see the market move at least 25% in the opposite direction. And then once they approach, let's say the 50%, and I see any reaction wise, I mean candlestick patterns, that tells me that we are likely to continue in the opposite direction. I take my trade, and I take my trade on the basis of the market making a 50% retracement. There are certain times where it can actually break through the 50 and head straight towards the 61.8 and give us a reaction exactly on the 61.8 before a continuation on the downside, right? Certain instances, you also see the market reacting in between the 50% and the 61.8 before it makes any continuation on the downside, and after it has given us a consistent reversal pattern, right? The same thing happens with the 61.8 and the 78.6 region. But nonetheless, as traders, we want to really watch in between any of these regions, the 50%, 61.8, 78.6, before we anticipate the market moving in the opposite direction, right? Once you're able to wrap your head around this, then you are already a big step ahead in understanding Fibonacci. Now we're going to go straight into how to set up the Fibonacci, right? In order not to waste time, if you're using TradingView, it's pretty easy to come onto the left side of the chart and then pick up your Fibonacci tool here, right? I've already added as part of my favorite. Now, if you come there, in order not to waste time, right, I'm going to open up my Fibonacci and then show you guys the settings that I use for my Fibonacci, right? So in terms of my settings, I want to see my trend in black. I have the 0 level, 61.8 level, the 1 which signifies 100. Then I have the negative 61.8, which is the Fibonacci extension, and I have the negative 27, which is also an extension. We'll come to extension. And we have the 78.6 and then the 50%, right? So if you come down here, I usually have a slight background in terms of colors for my Fibonacci, as you can see, as denoted here. And I want to show my Fibonacci in value, in percentage values, right? So with the 50%, 61.8, 78, and I want to show them on the right side of the chart. So if you can see clearly from my settings here, then you can exactly plot the same for your Fibonacci, right? Now, before I even continue, let me give you guys a little background of the Fibonacci extensions, right? So understand that we said that Fibonacci gives us the basis of understanding, you know, a retracement level in the...
So guys, I'm currently on the KOJOFOREX Gold strategy, and the first topic I decided to share with you after learning is the Fibonacci. Now this course, when I started it, is quite simple and very easy to understand, even for beginner traders, because as you already heard, Kojo actually took us through the whole Fibonacci. He explained it, how to draw the Fibonacci, the values and everything combined, and it was like very easy for me to understand. He gave me the major points that I'm supposed to look out for, especially when he talked about the percentage that he sees, which is the 25%. If the market retraces more than 25%, then he's anticipating to draw Fibonacci. So now that I'm done studying, I'm going to go straight into the chart and I'm going to see how I can apply what I learned to the chart in real time. So I'm currently finding an example here. This is Euro USD, and we can see that previously the market was moving in a downtrend before it hit this low here, and ideally we would have expected that if the market was going to continue this trend, we would see a retracement and then continue push back down, but that was not what happened, but rather there was a break of our previous high, which is right here, and now this was our new high that we recorded. So from this we can see that there is actually going to be a change in market structure from the downtrend previously now to an uptrend. So from here we can just take this to be our point A, and then here now being our point B, as he explained in the course. Now we pick our Fib 2, so from point A all the way to point B, and we can clearly see from this chart that market actually tapped right into the 78.6 region right here before continuing. So there was a retracement right here into the 78.6 region, and then it continued
on the upside, giving us the perfect fib retracement as he explained in the course. Now, a key point to note for beginners who do not know how to use the fib tool is that if you have a bullish market like what I have here currently, you start from the bottom and then move all the way to the upside. But then again, if you have a bearish market, for the sake of just illustration or example, let me use here, you start from the top and then you move all the way to the bottom. And even with this, you can see that had the market continued on the downside as we had anticipated earlier, here would have been another perfect range for our fib retracement, because you can see that it clearly falls between the 61.8 and the 78.6 region. So guys, this is it for today, and as I said earlier, everything that I study, everything that I practice, I'm going to be sharing it with you on this channel for my KOJOFOREX. So if you like this video, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and if you're interested in the course, it's actually very simple. Just click the link in the description to purchase the KOJOFOREX Gold Strategy, and also click the link in the description to join the KOJOFOREX community. You get to enjoy free trades and also get to know everything that's going on. Click the bell notification to get notified whenever I post, and comment in the section below anything you want to share with me. How did you see my lesson, and what do you expect me to learn with you next time? So without much, I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao, ciao.